bad error in judgment and put myself in an environment where only bad things can happen, and they did. And in doing that, I know that I'm going to...
Them to even come at me, I never did nothing to them.
Right.
I never said anything bad about them, so it's something that's personal. And obviously, they crying for help.
Kevin Hart recently attempted to take a shot at Katt Williams, painting him as a washed-up troublemaker desperate to stay relevant. But the moment the words left Kevin's mouth, the internet flipped on him. What he thought would be an easy takedown turned into a full-blown backlash. As soon as Kevin's remarks hit social media, everything blew up, and not in his favor. Instead of applauding him, people started dragging Kevin left and right. Fans accused him of being fake, petty, and out of touch. The same audience that once crowned him the king of modern comedy suddenly turned on him. Kevin expected Katt to be embarrassed, but online, it was Kevin who found himself under fire. This whole mess started in Kevin's newest interview, where he dismissed Katt like he was some irrelevant hater. Kevin tried to paint himself as the disciplined, hard-working success story, while implying Katt destroyed his own career by being angry and difficult. But people saw straight through that narrative, and they're tired of the same old storyline. And let's be real, this isn't Kevin's first time pulling something like this. Back in 2018, he tried to put Katt in his place after Katt criticized Tiffany Haddish. Looks like history is repeating itself, and once again, it's blowing up in Kevin's face.
Go and possibly do research or fact check. And if they do, then great. If they don't, then kudos to that as well. I just don't have the time for it.
Kevin has pulled this card before, acting like Katt Williams needs to own up to why his career hit rough patches. But now, people are calling Kevin out for what that tone really is. Smug, dismissive, and worn out. Fans aren't buying the act anymore. 4 years, Kevin carried himself like he was untouchable, above Hollywood's chaos, clean-cut, and controversy-proof. But today, many are saying that polished persona is nothing but a disguise covering something much darker.
30-something years ago, right? I'm not going to damn you, but we're talking about a very long time ago. Yeah. And this is not you're not old, but...
You're going to go back to it again.
No, I'm saying, but fuck.
Let's rewind to January 3rd, when Katt Williams set the internet on fire during his explosive appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast. For 3 solid hours, he unloaded on the industry, calling out Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Michael Blackson, and plenty more. Katt questioned how Kevin managed to score a sitcom and a major film deal the very first year he arrived in Los Angeles, a level of success that raised eyebrows and sparked instant debate across social media.
In 20 years, I've never been on a commercial audition in my life. Like, I never let my tour get sponsored when I was broke or now.
The insinuation was clear. Something behind the scenes didn't sit right. Kevin didn't let it slide. By the very next day, January 4th, he took to X and posted, "Got to get that anger about you, champ." It's honestly sad. But this time, the narrative flipped. Fans weren't calling Katt bitter. They were calling Kevin exposed.
I don't feed into the stuff at all. At the end of the day, it's all entertainment to a certain degree, so you just hope that people can be smart enough
And, almost predictably, Kevin tacked on a plug for his new Netflix movie right after throwing shade. Smooth? Some thought so. But more people saw it as brazenly opportunistic. While he acted like he was taking the high road, it was clear he was using the controversy to promote himself. That single tweet set off a firestorm. Fans responded immediately, digging up old receipts and bringing up past controversies, making it clear they weren't buying his act of maturity. To them, it looked cold, calculated, a classic PR move disguised as a casual jab. And the reason it hit so hard? Kevin's own record isn't exactly spotless.
When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
Fans still haven't forgotten 2017, when that Las Vegas footage surfaced and Kevin had to publicly own up to some bad choices. In other words, he got caught in the act and had no choice but to admit it. Then came 2023, when he went after YouTuber Tasha K, claiming extortion after she shared an interview with his former assistant. That clip hinted at even deeper drama, rumors of cheating, gambling struggles, and financial issues lurking behind the scenes. While Kevin has been relying on lawyers to protect his reputation, Katt Williams keeps showing up and speaking the unfiltered truth. No filters, no PR spin, just blunt, scorched earth honesty, and audiences are eating it up. One man dodges the heat, the other walks straight into it. By the end of the day following Kevin's tweet, the internet had already taken sides. Hashtags like #TeamKatt and #HollywoodPuppet were trending everywhere. Fans made it clear, this wasn't just a simple clash, it was a fight to prove who's authentic and who's putting on a show.
So, if there's brilliance in that, then I'm appreciative to that, and I'm trying to be a brilliant person, not a brilliant comedian.
Clips of Katt Williams from the Pimp Chronicles started making the rounds again, going viral across social media. Fans praised him as fearless, brutally honest, and too real for Hollywood's polished facade. They loved how his bluntness made the right people uncomfortable. Meanwhile, Kevin Hart took heat as the poster boy for the system, too polished, too manufactured, and way too Hollywood perfect.
I want to look better. What I want the Katt Williams that you see in the movie. I want that to be the same dude you see at the gas station.
For years the term industry plant was just a joke online. Now it's the whole label being pinned on Kevin after this feud blew open. What fans thought was just two comedians trading shots turned into something way bigger, exposing a deeper fight in the entertainment world, who's truly speaking for the culture, and who's simply protecting the people who sign their checks. And according to multiple insiders, Kevin's attack on Katt wasn't random at all. They say Kevin is facing a pile of lawsuits, promoting a new Netflix movie, and reportedly accusing Tasha K of trying to squeeze $250,000 out of him to hide certain embarrassing claims. Suddenly his whole interview looked less like a clapback and more like a desperate attempt to control a narrative that was slipping away from him. But instead of repairing his image, Kevin accidentally triggered a wave he couldn't stop. Katt didn't even need to respond. His fans took over instantly. What shocked everyone was how fast the tide turned. Comedians who usually avoid beef quietly started liking posts supporting Katt. No long speeches, just silent agreement. Cedric the Entertainer and Michael Blackson tried to cool down the situation, but it was too late. The public had already shifted sides. For the first time in a long time, the narrative flipped. Katt wasn't the bitter hater anymore. He became the truth teller, the one daring to point at Hollywood's hidden gatekeepers. The same gatekeepers Ice Cube had warned everyone about for years. The idea that powerful figures in the industry decide who rises and who gets thrown aside suddenly didn't sound like conspiracy, it sounded like fact. And Kevin's name kept popping up every time people tried to connect the dots. Fans began revisiting Kevin's early career. Lead roles, sitcom deals, movie contracts, all falling into his lap within his first year in Los Angeles. That speed had people raising eyebrows. Nobody outright said it, but the whispers were clear. That doesn't happen naturally. When they combined Katt's claims with Ice Cube's recent comments, everything suddenly felt connected. Meanwhile, Kevin's team reportedly went into panic mode. They began scrubbing comment sections, adjusting headlines, and pushing promotion for his Netflix project. But every attempt to redirect attention only made fans more suspicious. Old scandals resurfaced. The infidelity confession, the Vegas video, the Oscar hosting controversy, past offensive jokes, everything he tried hiding for years came flooding back. The clean image he built was starting to crack under the pressure. And here's where things take a darker turn. Sources claim powerful people in entertainment have been trying to shut Katt down quietly for years. According to these whispers, Kevin stepping into the fight wasn't random, it was strategic. They say he was pushed to go after Katt publicly so Katt's credibility would get damaged before he revealed too much about favoritism, industry politics, and how certain comedians are handpicked to be the face of Hollywood. But that plan has completely backfired. Instead of tearing Katt down, Kevin ended up looking like the puppet of a bigger machine. Katt didn't even need to defend himself. His raw honesty on Club Shay Shay did the job. Clips spread everywhere, and people called him brave, unfiltered, and the only one willing to call out the system. Meanwhile, Kevin's carefully crafted image started to look artificial. Fans compared his polished Hollywood persona with Katt's unfiltered authenticity, and authenticity won. Suddenly Kevin wasn't the safe, family-friendly comedian anymore. He was being linked to terms like gatekeeper and even handler, which is dangerous for someone who's built an entire brand on relatability. Then came the infamous "Get That Anger Out You" champ tweet, the one meant to be a light jab at Katt. But fans immediately called it fake, rehearsed, and suspiciously timed. Especially when Kevin turned around and posted his movie trailer just hours later with another caption that conveniently referenced Katt. People said it looked like PR strategy, not genuine emotion. And that timing? Too perfect to ignore. Kevin's other controversies were starting to resurface again. Lawsuits, allegations, past mistakes. Some believe he reignited this feud to distract from everything else collapsing around him. But instead of burying the drama, he made himself the center of it. Those close to Kevin say he's been shaken for years. The extortion mess, the public backlash during the Oscars scandal, the injuries that changed the tone of his stand-up, everything chipped away at the invincible Kevin Hart image. And with Katt suddenly rising again, viral and uncensored, it reportedly hit a nerve. Many people think Kevin's weakling comment wasn't a show of dominance, it was insecurity leaking through. Katt's independence also created a contrast that fans couldn't ignore. He bragged about never being sponsored, never auditioning for commercials, never letting corporations own pieces of him. That kind of artistic freedom made people respect him even more. And it made Kevin look even more corporate in comparison. As Kevin's PR team scrambles to reset his reputation, industry executives are reportedly circling Katt again. Podcast deals, docuseries opportunities, and comeback offers are being discussed behind the scenes. The same industry that dismissed him before is now realizing he might be the voice the public trusts most. Meanwhile, Kevin's scandals keep resurfacing, stacking up like dominoes. Fans are no longer just laughing at jokes, they're examining the machine behind them. Many now believe Kevin's success wasn't just talent, but a product of being industry approved, a face chosen because he's easy to control. The biggest question now is no longer about jokes or interviews. It's deeper. It's about power, influence, and who really gets to shape the culture. What do you think? Is Kevin Hart losing control of his own narrative? Or is he caught inside something even bigger than we know? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story. This saga is nowhere near finished. Stay tuned.